Yeah, this one's gonna be more for me than you guys. Earlier on today, I had a call with a prospect who called up our inbound sales line. Now, instead of doing the rational thing of pausing, listening to the prospect's questions and then answering them, I instead talked over her for the vast majority of the call. Yeah, not my finest moment. That being said, I got some really good feedback actually from a couple of my colleagues. So I thought it'd be good to share my top 3 reasons why pausing in sales calls is so important, just so you don't make the same mistakes as this copper shirt slash jumper slash sweater wearing guy. Let's jump into it. Take into account lag. Now, the majority of people watching this video, like me, work in the business to business or software as a service sector. As such, it's likely that you're using a VoIP system or an internet phone to make your cold calls. One of the reasons then why I was speaking over the prospect so much on this particular call was just that I was failing to take into account the lag on the system. Whilst the majority of the conversations you have through VoIP systems will be perfectly fine, everything will work out perfectly well, you will get a few calls every single month where internet connection might go a little bit dodgy and there might be a bit of a lag there. This delay will just interrupt the flow of the conversation and make it a little bit more difficult to build up that important rapport that us salespeople thrive on. My focus then going forward when dealing with these prospects where the internet connection, the line might be a little bit dodgy, is just going to be to slow the pace down. Take my time to say every word, and that way the conversation won't get interrupted and I won't be over speaking anyone there. Learn when to say nothing. So on the call, the prospects open up and said they had a couple of questions to ask about the products that we offer. Now, instead of pausing and asking her to elaborate like I would normally, I jumped straight in and forced product down her face and started talking more about product than actually answering the questions that she had. Rookie mistake, right? Focusing on the problem rather than product. It's just gonna open up the conversation a little bit more, help further build that relationship, and it can even help upselling a little bit later on down the line. 3, don't assume. So when you're making hundreds of cold and warm calls every single week, like most salespeople do, it can be very easy to assume that your prospects are all interested in the same things, the same products, the same problems. It'd be very binary, right? Either yes, they're interested, or no, they're not. This then makes it very, very easy to not be present when making calls. If I had paused on this call, it would have got the gears flowing in my brain, allowed me to slow the tone of the conversation down, really get an idea of what it is this prospect was interested in. For example, on this particular call, if I wasn't in a rush to kind of get through the conversation and either qualify it in or out, I could have really got a good understanding of the problems that this prospect was focusing in on and really get an idea of if what we can do can help support them, as opposed to sounding like a sleazy salesperson and just being in a rush, call. Never a good sign, guys. Sales family, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think the benefits of pausing on cold calls and sales calls in general is. If you're interested in more videos around sales, business, side hustles, and what's that? Personal development as well. Yes, we cover all of those on this channel. Absolutely smash the like and subscribe button as it really does help out the channel. And until the next one, I'll be sure to pause and see you then.